For the record, it was like twice. And then I stopped, because if you do that, you should stop. So, I think everyone who has a body, which I'm hoping is everyone here, right? Just checking. So, I think everyone who has a body learns to somehow, some way, hate it. And that can mean that you're too fat, you're too short, your nose is too big, and I'm no exception to that. And in fact, while my experience is by no means singular or unique, I guess that I'm still, in many ways, a prime specimen for the study of people hating their own bodies. Growing up, before I came out as transgender, I never really cared about my body that much because it didn't fit me. I looked in the mirror and I looked at pictures, and the image that I saw was not what I recognized as being me. So it was really easy to disconnect because I didn't feel that connected to it in the first place. But that didn't stop me from internalizing the messages that we all learn about women's bodies and what they're supposed to be. And once I got denial out of the way, I was ripe for some good old-fashioned self-hate. When I first started coming to terms with who I was, I had a good friend who helped me do a makeover and put together a cute outfit. And when I looked in the mirror that day, it was the best feeling I'd ever felt in my life. And once that excitement wore off, it was time for me to learn what insecurity was really all about. And I would do the thing where I'd pick myself apart in the mirror, wishing my belly was smaller, wishing my face was shaped different, wishing my shoulders weren't so broad, wishing my hands were smaller. Gender dysphoria, which is the feeling you get when your brain and your body don't match, along with all the regular girl insecurities that I'm sure a lot of people here are familiar with, that's a super potent 1-2 punch when it comes to your self-esteem. And that's a space that I've inhabited for a really long time now, wallowing in all of these feelings about my body that I'd never felt before. And I mean, there's lots of good stuff, and the good stuff is really good, but the bad stuff can be crippling. And I've spent a lot of time trying to work my way out of that. One day I woke up feeling particularly awful about myself, and my friend Katie, who is here tonight, happened to have sent me a message on Facebook that morning with a link to this really awesome TED Talk about body positivity. And she said that she thought I'd love it. And not only did I love it and need it really badly, it sort of sent me diving down this rabbit hole of body positivity stuff on the internet. And of course it's the internet, so some of it was really awesome, some of it was very not awesome, but it got me thinking, how do I reconcile with my body? How can I mend my broken relationship with myself? How can I feel comfortable standing up in front of people talking about this stuff without feeling like I need to wear a pair of Spanx underneath my clothes? And it dawned on me that it might make sense to do what I would do if I'd unintentionally hurt someone that I loved. So I wrote a letter to my body, and I'd like to read that here. Dear body, we've not had the best of relationships so far, and until now, I've pretty much placed all the blame on you. Your metabolism is too slow, which makes it impossible to lose weight. You have the wrong set of chromosomes for my identity. Your shape is all wrong. You're too fat, your hands are too big, your shoulders are too broad, and I'm gonna have to surgically modify you before I feel comfortable inside you. And on, and on, and on, and on. I've been trying really, really hard to make things right between us, but I can't seem to take the leap. At least I haven't been until now. See, I remember the good times too. You took me to Europe, and you took me across the country playing music, and you've helped me give tons of hugs, and the hugs are so good that they're kind of becoming legendary, so it's not like it's all bad. Frankly, there have been times when I've absolutely hated you. And I don't mean the kind of exasperated, oh, I hate this kind of hate. I mean the kind of hate people talk about when they say that hate and love are the same emotion. The kind you obsess over and that consumes you from the inside out. And I've convinced myself that I can't love you until I fix you. But I've been thinking to myself, if I had that kind of relationship with anyone else, I would be a terrible, terrible person. What kind of relationship is it where your love for someone is dependent on your ability to fix them? You're supposed to love first. And you're supposed to love not because someone is broken and needs fixing, but because you want the best for that person and you want to see them happy and thrive and to thrive. Anyone I know who's had anything I'd call success in love says that love is a verb. Love is a choice that you make. It's not always easy, and sometimes it's actually really, really hard. But you do it because you're committed to the other person, and you know that you're better together as a team despite the bad stuff. So body, I'm choosing to love you. Not because you're broken and need fixing, but because for better or worse, we're stuck with each other. We're not just better as a team, but neither of us exist without the other. So I'm choosing to love you. I want you to be the best you can be. Taking care of you shouldn't be some tedious chore that I do so I can eventually learn to love you. Taking care of you should be an act of love that I do because I want the best for you. And the best for you is the best for me. I'm going to take better care of you because I love you, not because you need to be fixed. I'm under no illusions that this is going to be easy, but I'm committed. Love is a choice we make, and I'm choosing to love you. Love, Callie.
Thank you, Callie.